And good afternoon, Facebook, or good evening, Facebook, depending on where you are in the world. This is episode 82 of Blabbing for Britain. And normally, when we start the show, there are four of us. But first of all, I'd just like to give a shout out to Peter and wish him a speedy recovery. He's in hospital at the moment recovering for an operation earlier in the week, and our thoughts are with him, and we hope he has an excellent recovery, and we look forward to seeing him back on Blabbing for Britain. And talking of people on Blabbing for Britain, one of the people in the photograph, top right hand corner, is this gentleman. Good morning, John. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
All right, you've spoken. Good. Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay. It's a little bit tinny. And good morning to everybody who's watching. If you can hear John, say, I can hear John. But in any event, welcome to the show. Blabbing for Britain, episode 82. And I just mentioned Peter. If you got a message for Peter, John? Right, okay. Now we're going to have the vagaries of live broadcasting. John is currently in a secret location in deepest Cornwall in the UK, and is enjoying a well-earned holiday, and he's opting in to join us from his mobile, and of course that means he needs to have a decent signal. Hopefully by now you know who I am, so I'm going to drop that down. Now, if you are watching, then please share the broadcast. I'm just going to check that I've actually got sound, because John was saying that he couldn't hear me. So just forgive me a moment. This is live video, and I'm just going to check. And we do have sound. I've just been over to Facebook and checked. I've closed it, and we have sound. And if I don't move too much, I should have a steady picture. I'm going to be joined later, just going back to our photograph of the Blabbing for Britain team. So John, we know, is in Cornwall. I'm here. Stephen is joining us around about 10:30, and Peter is in hospital, and we wish him well. Right, now we've had in the UK a heat wave for the last 4 or 5 days, depending on where you live, where it was up to 34 degrees. Didn't reach that in Wiltshire, but it was pretty hot. And we're now in a situation where we're down to 20, more manageable. And it's a lot easier to broadcast when you're not sort of wet with the sort of temperature gets to you. And yesterday, as we know, was the summer solstice, and that is celebrated at Stonehenge in Wiltshire by the Druids and their followers. And well, if you saw the video on my timeline yesterday, the number of people who are actually at the event, and this is the first time in years there was a clear sky, and you could see on the video, I wish I'd been there, but on the video you could see the sun coming up in direct alignment with the stones, and it was a sight to behold, and might go to that next year. Now, English Heritage this time did in fact say that the event was free, and they didn't charge people who went to the event, either in the evening before or on the morning itself. It was totally free entry, but they did charge you £15 for car parking, so they got the money back some way. But we are now in summer, and hopefully John will continue to have good weather down in Cornwall. Right, okay. Now, in other news, this man, who is Steve Bruce, this is English football, and he's a manager and was a manager of Hull. He's now going to be playing his old team in the first fixture of the new season. And I'm delighted to say that my own team, Burnley, are in fact going to be playing Chelsea in the first game of the season, away. If we can win that one, we can have a good season. If we lose that one, we can have a good season. And welcome to the show. This is Blabbing for Britain, as you know, and I can see John, but I can't see any camera. We're going to have an on-off show today. I'm going to bring John up to the broadcast. If you can see him, please say, but I see it. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Can you hear me this time?
Can hear you.
No, I think this internet's as bad as the last one.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, okay. Well, hang on. Do you think it'll improve?
Started with 3.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
no,
dear.
I'm going to give up.
Okay.
Might try again in a little minute later.
Okay, see you later. Right, so John goes down into the lobby, and all right, I'm going to take the opportunity to talk about something which I've enjoyed using for since October, really. I'm live today on Belive.tv, and you'll notice one thing straight away, that there is no logo in the corner. I don't know where I'm pointing. Belive have announced that they are now out of beta, and they have said that there is a 14-day free trial of Belive.tv, and the prices are as follows. And I'm going to go full screen on this. I can read it as well, and just if you go full screen as well, you will see it. And I'm just going to go back up and get my own page open so that I can actually see what I'm reading out. Right, there are essentially 2 versions of the paid software. Two versions of the paid software, and there's a light version. And with the light version of Belive.tv, you can share photos, have a custom logo, as you can see top right-hand corner on the screen here. You can have branded colors. By that we mean the colors of the text when you actually show messages. That can be customized. And again, if you're watching full screen, you'll see that you can have talk show format, which is what I'm using today, which is 3 people on screen and 10 in the lobby. So you could hold a very good talk show with this. And on $19 a month, you can do 16 broadcasts each month, which is 4 a week. And if you're doing 4 broadcasts a week, you're doing well. Now, if you want to use this to produce shows, then $25 a month plan allows you to share photos, have a custom logo. We've got the LVS 17 logo on today. It allows branded colors, talk show format. Screen sharing is on Belive.tv, and all I can say is it works. I'll show it you in a moment. You can have custom branded frames and early access to new features. Now, if you don't want to upgrade, and you've still got the 14-day free trial, and I'll put the link in a minute. I'm going to put the link in now. Now, this is the link to the free Belive free trial. There's the link, and I'm going to bring it up on screen. This is the best software that I've used in live broadcasting, and there's the link. It's in the comments on this post. If you take that link, it's not a referral URL, it's not an affiliate URL, it's straight to Belive.tv site trial. If you sign up for the standard version, then you'll get everything that I'm going to be using today. And you'll be able to do as many shares as you want. You'll be able to produce shares for other people. You'll be able to run it. Right, okay. Right, Kevin's got a question, which I'm going to answer. Belive TV have come out of beta. This is an official commercial release, and they're now switching over to paid. There are two versions of paid. There's the light version, and not the heavy version, but the standard version, and it's $15 and $25 respectively. That when they came out of beta, they would be charging. That was their business model. Now, if you wish, there is a free version, and on the free version, you can broadcast for 20 minutes twice a week for free. So if you want to do 2 20-minute a week shows, then you can do that for free. You can still do that for free. So there is a free version, but they are suggesting that you try the free trial, because with the free trial you get all the facilities that I'm using today, which is the ability to display photographs and also to share your screen, which I'll do in a moment. Okay. So I would suggest just have a look at the free trial. The free trial link is in the post, and I'm just going to go back now and say, if you want to join me on camera, just give me a second while I do this. I'll talk while I'm doing it. I think the thing is that they released back in October, and they've said from the outset that they were happy with the system. They would release a commercial version, and this is it. I'm just going to Blabbing for Britain, if I could type. Right, so I'm going to Blabbing for Britain. This is it, and it's a chance. All right, okay. And this is attempt number 4, as John Upton joins us from Cornwall. Hello, John.
Hello, can you hear me this time?
Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah.
I've just invested some money and joined the park's Wi-Fi instead of my Wi-Fi and my phone.
Brilliant. Right, I'm just editing the post. Right, so I'm just going to put join us. I've got feedback. Right, okay. So I'm back. And we now have 2 on screen and 2 watching.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm using the Android app to come in.
Yep. And you're looking good, John. You've got the full screen. Give us a weather forecast for Cornwall today.
Horrible and cloudy, and thunderstorms expected about 11 o'clock.
Ah, dear. But you've had glorious days up to now.
Oh, it's been great. Absolutely great up to now. And they say we'll get the sun again this afternoon. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah. Yep.
We were on the beach. We were on the beach at Morgan Porth yesterday. And at 3 o'clock, the mist started to come in off the sea, disappeared. An hour later, the mist came in, and you could only see about 150 feet, and they closed the beach.
Oh, wow.
People closed the beach because it was dangerous. So we all ended up getting off the beach. So we've had about 15 minutes of sun so far today.
Right, that's 15 minutes more than we have in Wiltshire. Right, I'm going to go to Kevin's point here because it's been raised before, so I'm going to bring it on the screen and read it. And he says, I'm fed up with these companies that use beta testers but don't give them any deals after having tried and tested their services out. Right, okay. That's a valid comment.
Well, we always knew it was chargeable.
Yeah, this is a slightly different thing, John, as well, because what Kevin's saying, that if you've been a beta tester, you should have a better than 14-day trial of the system. I think that's Kevin's point. And I don't know. I mean, each company makes its own decisions, and you know, we've had a 6-month run using this system for free, and be able to do as many shows a week as we wanted. So we have had benefits far in advance of anything we've paid them, because we've paid them nothing. So we've had 7 months free use of the system, and okay, we have been labelled in beta. But that's a circular argument that we could go on forever. What do you think about this gentleman, John?
I don't know what's happened to him then.
Well, they've released the fixtures for next season, and he's
playing his old team first, is he?
Yeah. He is playing his old team first, right? And the thing you missed out on yesterday, John, you weren't at Stonehenge as the summer solstice came round.
I saw some of the pictures on News at 10 last night.
Yeah, I saw it was on Facebook as well, and News at 10 and Sky.
I've stayed off Facebook. I'm on holiday.
Good thinking. Right, okay. That sounds like a plan. Right, another comment from Kevin. I beta tested loads of things over many years, and when it came out, they gave us lifetime access for free or a very preferential rate. Again, I can't take exception to that or even comment on that. That's, well, yeah, okay. Right, okay, there's bound to be an outcry when a company that's been doing things for free suddenly decides to charge. There are bound to be problems. But I got to say that Belive TV at $15 or $25 is the best system you're going to get for the money online. I mean, we've enjoyed using it, haven't we, John? What are your thoughts?
And let's face it, it's less than 90 cents a day at $25 a month, isn't it? It's not even the price of a tiny coffee, you know.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it is cost effective.
I don't know what to say to Kev. I'd love a freebie every time I did something, but life isn't like that, is it? You know. If they'd made it $99 a month, I could understand people being upset. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I was looking for a platform to do serious broadcasting on, then I would choose Belive. Right, okay, Kevin, if you want to join us and chat, I'll put the link. You can now join us if you're on the Blabbing for Britain page, and come in and have a natter. Right, okay. Now, my only other story for today is this one. The government are going into electric cars, or pushing electric cars, or making sure that Britain leads the world. Do you think, would you drive an electric car at the moment?
I mean, it'd be ideal for Celia. I mean, she doesn't go anywhere. She does, 100 miles a month? So electric car would be fine for her.
Yep.
On the other hand, that Tesla that overtook me on the motorway didn't seem to be going particularly slow. So,
yeah, it is the future. Right. Now, have you anything political to say, John? Sorry?
Sorry?
Have you anything political
I missed the last. No, I've stayed away from politics. I've stayed away from Facebook. I hope Prince Philip gets better. That's about my take on the current news.
I agree. I just loved the Queen's hat yesterday, which she doesn't say anything, but a picture can speak 1,000 words. I'm waiting for Kevin to come in.
And she went to see the Grenfell Tower people as well, I understand.
She did, yes. Morning, Kevin.
Morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Oh, yeah, Kev, are you all right?
I'm good. Are you?
Actually, I'm thinking of going and get a jumper. I'm freezing.
Ah,
I thought it was brisk up north.
he's in
Up
Cornwall.
north?
He's in Cornwall.
I'm actually in Devon, but
You're
I'm
harder than
only a mile
Midlanders.
from the border. Hence the caravan behind, Kevin.
Oh, is that yours?
No, I only rented for the week.
Oh, cool. Good.
It was one of those last-minute decisions to go away for a week.
Well, as I say, you picked a hell of a week to go because the weather this week has been glorious. And you look relaxed because you've not been on Facebook. So that's good. Right, Kevin, Belive TV. Or just software in general, or anything you want.
This is in general, really. I suppose quite logical views on these things. That, you know, when people want you to beta test stuff or put stuff out for beta testing, we expect it to be stuff go wrong.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the whole point of it. They're developing and they're using our feedback to improve their system, their products, and all of that. So there's an element of you don't really get the full proper service, and you help them create the finished product, and that's fine. I mean, everyone gets that. That's what it is. I think the frustration for me lies in that if you do something like that, I see it as rather impolite to say, thanks very much, you've helped us develop this. Now we're going to charge everyone, no matter who you are, this price.
Yeah.
Right? Because years ago, not even that many years ago, and still even now, some companies will say, okay, as a beta tester, we'll give you 50% off, or we'll give you this forever for free. And because what happens if you're not short-sighted is the beta testers who know the system inside out, who obviously like it or they wouldn't still be there, will go off, just like you, just like John, and just like everyone else that's been on here, and go, this system's awesome, and tell everyone. And then what do? They all go off, and then new people come along and buy it at the proper rate.
Yeah.
So as a marketing activity, it makes absolute sense to give the beta testers, the proper beta testers, I'm not talking people set a free account up, don't use it, but the proper beta testers, to give it to them for free or massively reduced rate. It doesn't matter if it's not, the finance isn't the thing, it's the offering of a thank you to say, this is thanks for testing it and helping us develop it. And then you'll go off and you'll tell everyone, then you'll get a whole heap of new customers come in who pay the proper rate. If they don't do that, people are left like me sitting there thinking, well, why the bloody hell should I? You know, if this is your level of service, if this is how you care about people that helped you develop a program or a service, then are you just in this purely for the cash? And you don't care about the people using your system? Do you not care about your brand or the way you're viewed? Do you see where I'm coming from with that?
I see where you're coming from. If I developed a WordPress plugin and I said, right, this WordPress plugin, it needs testing, I'm going to give it to free to everybody who tests it. Yeah. But once I've got the plug, that's one thing. To actually say this is a service which needs maintaining, because I've written the plugin, it's gone. I don't need to do any more to it. And I can give it to you because it's not costing me anything, and you'll go and promote it. With a live video situation, the first thing is that every time that we broadcast, the site that we're broadcasting on incur costs. So we can't do it away. This is a different kettle of fish to a WordPress plugin. So
as a commercial decision, would it be better to have one person that's costing you, let's say, £1 a broadcast, that will potentially bring in 10 people that you're earning profit on of $25 a month, or no people that are earning you nothing?
That's all
the systems have rates, yeah? Everybody, and I can guarantee it, Belive will have allocated X amount of accounts to give to people, right? Because they all do it. Everyone does it. If you look at any of the big systems that are out there, they all do it. And they'll all, no matter what the resource of cost for them is, they will see the bigger implication of having people that will go out and bring new paying clients in.
Yeah.
So it's not a pound for pound thing. It's not, Stephen, I've given you this for free for £1. You've just sat there today, right, and I've heard you saying, this isn't an affiliate link, this is the free trial, go and join it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that feel better if they'd have just said to you, Stephen, we know you love our system, you use it frequently, you go off and talk about it quite often, I'm actually going to let you have a free account and you can use all of our services. You're well happy, I mean really happy, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're still going to go off and promote it. So from a marketing point, it makes absolutely zero sense to not look after the beta testers.
I disagree. I think the beta testers have been well looked after and well listened to in this particular case. I mean, I've been doing 6 shows a week on here, and I had problems, but in the last couple of months, no problems at all. I am an admin of the Belivers group. I run the Belive in 5 to help people go live. I'm invested in Belive.tv more than an ordinary broadcaster would be. So I can't speak from that vantage point. I can only speak from being sort of on the inside. But I hear what you're saying, and in general principles, if you help somebody to bring something to market, and you're closely involved in that, and you're in an inner ring of beta testers, then I can take your point.
That comes clear. Stephen's not paid.
I'm not paid for what I do. I can hold my hands up to that. But I do get paid because of my Udemy courses. Yeah.
But the thing is, Stephen, if you think about it like this, it's I just don't get it. Everything that we see in business, in marketing, in sales, in all of this is about building healthy, strong relationships with people. It's about building trust, and it's about building reciprocal relationships.
Yeah.
Right? I just see these companies that become almost faceless at a level, and they want to build the relationship to the point where actually now I can make a heap of money, and then they almost forget who you are.
I've got to take
it just astonishes me. And I know you'll say that's different with Belive, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I see it with lots of people doing this recently. And I just think, well, you can't say, I want to do this and look after my community, but actually, on the other hand, I'm sticking it to you because I'm going to make you take away everything you've ever had for free and then charge you for it.
Well, no, I mean, that what you're getting access to, let's just run through this, is things that you've never had, which is sharing screen, sharing photos. You can have your own branding on the colours and the custom logo. You can white label this. I mean, we're not today showing a Belive TV logo. So in terms of, you can make, sorry, I'm going to rephrase, go slower. You can make money from this, because you can produce shows for other people. You can brand it with their branding. The opportunities are endless. So this is a strange beast in that it's not just you're not paying to pay, you're paying to win, because you should be able to use this to further your own business and to help other people as well, and to charge other people. Yeah. There is a market now for producing shows.
If you want to do that.
If you want to do that.
Won't want to do that.
It's going to happen.
It's a different ballgame, isn't it? I absolutely. But yeah, that's just my view. You know, and I'm not particularly focusing this live. I'm just focusing this in general. What I'm seeing with this type of thing that's going on in the last couple of years, and I'm just not sure that it's the right way to do things. If it was me sitting there in Belive's HQ or any of those, I would have given all of the beta testers it all for free. Not for any other reason than it's a fledgling company, it's still quite new, and I want as many brand ambassadors out there pushing it positively as possible. And the cost of those people would be minuscule to the income you could generate from 200 people saying, what an awesome platform, go and use it.
John.
Hi. I see elements in what Kevin's saying. I just don't see, if you give it free to everybody, how you fund the engine that sits behind. Maybe what they need to do is create a reward system, i.e. you introduce 5 people, the next 6 months is free.
Yeah.
That's 5 people, that is.
Right.
I don't know what Kevin's thoughts are on
that. I just think there should be something, John, is what I'm getting at. It's just like, it's almost like the switch is turned. It's like, thanks very much, we're ready to go properly now, and by the way, all you lot on there got to pay. And there is nothing really, you know, and just something to say, you know, we appreciate what you've done for us as a company. Actually, they probably couldn't be where they are, ready to launch it, without people that have used it for free, who wouldn't have paid for it at that stage because it wasn't worthy of being paid for.
Yeah.
So, you know, just something as an acknowledgement to say thanks, I think is my point I'm getting to. That's sort of what I'm thinking on it. And John's solution's a good solution. I know, and that takes time to set up and get that. But yeah, just something rather than it's almost like a fingers up, thanks very much, we've used you and now we're off.
Right. I can take your point, and I was chatting with another person we may both all know yesterday, and I was putting the counter discussion, and I gave up in the end because when the hole's big enough, you stop digging. So I'm going to stop digging at that point, and I'm going to welcome for a moment Stephen.
Everybody.
Hello.
I love the caravan, John. Outside broadcast.
Yes, this is live from Woodovis campsite.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Morning, Kevin.
Hi, Stephen, you alright?
Fine, thanks. Fine, yeah. Oh,
Good.
As the weather, I don't know if it's my turn to speak or anything, but the weather's probably okay where you are, John? Oh.
I'm wearing a jumper. Does that give you a clue?
I get it. Okay.
We're promised thunderstorms between 11 and 12 and afternoon.
I think we all are.
And how is Stoke-on-Trent?
Hot. Bloody hot.
And Essex?
Hot. Eh?
Stamford Le Hope. Come in, Stamford Le Hope. Neil?
It's okay. You know, it's a bit overcast, but light breeze, but I wouldn't say it's cold. Yeah, it's okay.
Bit of breeze, but like, oh, hello, it's got, oh, right, okay. Being photo bombed by somebody.
Oh, you're breaking up, unfortunately.
I am.
It's probably my end that's the problem.
It does seem to be that, because since I've been in what you might call the front office, closer to the router, double the speed, everything seems normal from my perspective.
No, I can hear you perfectly again now. It just comes and goes. I think, location doesn't help. This is the third internet type I've been on this morning anyway. Started with 3, we went to EE, and now we're on the Park internet. So.
Excellent. What are you talking about this morning?
Just put John in the lobby for a moment. I know he'll understand. This morning we've been talking about the summer solstice. Belive TV coming out of beta with Kevin, and we're open to any discussions. And we had the opening of Parliament yesterday with all its pomp and ceremony inside Parliament. I saw the hat.
The Euro
Queen's
hat. We're missing some yellow dots. Somebody's got some comedic skills there. I loved it. It was a great, brilliant way of saying up yours, Mrs. Knight. See, it just... did you see how glum Charlie Boy looked? He just didn't want to be there. It's like he was having to go to school with his mum. It was just... And all the people around him was glum as hell. I mean, I can understand why, but... And it was also very hot because all the posh people were in the chamber going, fanning themselves like crazy. So I'm guessing there's no air conditioning in there. But it was a right old gloomy affair, I thought. And of course, we had the right-wing press once again jumping it because apparently Corbyn didn't back the Queen, or nod to the Queen, when in fact, according to Parliament, they don't. And that's not supposed to. It's a continuing cluster, you know what? Absolutely bloody. We haven't got a working government at the moment, and it's bizarre, absolutely bizarre. That's what people wanted. Is that it?
You're a little bit breaking up, Stephen.
Does anyone have an update on Peter?
No.
I saw a Facebook picture that he did after his surgery, and he was looking good.
That's good.
So it seems like the surgery's been successful, and he was showing off a very nice scar around the back and a nice bandage down the front. But yeah, he was all thumbs up, and yeah,
good.
I suppose as well as you can be expected in the circumstances. But yeah, that was the last I heard, which I think was the day before yesterday. So yeah,
that is good to hear.
Happy about that.
Where are you from?
Hello?
Where are you?
I'm in a place called Golworthy on the border of Cornwall and Devon. We're actually in Devon, and it's about 4 miles west of Tavistock. We like it because you can go to north or south coast very easily, and it's a nice park as well, with a good pub only 5 minutes away.
5 minutes walking or driving or rolling?
No, that's driving because I couldn't climb the hill on the way back. It's at the bottom of a hill, and there's no way I could walk up that hill on the way back having had 2 pints.
We're going to have 2 pints there, mate.
Well, I'm not sure about the Android app. It won't go sideways, which is, you're forced into being in portrait mode. And it's not as informative as being in Chrome. But it's working on my ZenPad, so just like at your end.
Your picture's fine, sound is okay, but you're on an Android phone or tablet, are you?
Android tablet, yeah, and a Zeus ZenPad.
Oh, it's the first time I've seen it working on that kit. I've tried before and it doesn't work.
It won't let you go in Chrome. When you join as a guest in Chrome, it pulls up the Android app.
The Android app, I've got it. Got it.
If you haven't got the Android app loaded, it makes you load the Android app.
Stephen was saying that WebRTC is going on to Safari.
Yeah, that's
with the Safari.
problems, hopefully.
Hey?
That should cure a lot of your problems, hopefully.
It's not working on Safari Technology Preview yet. And that's because Belive won't run on anything apart from Chrome on the Mac. I don't think there's a Belive app for the Mac yet.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. I can announce that. But this is good timing. I did a show last Friday with David Burrows, and he was on the iPhone, and it worked perfectly.
The iPhone or the Mac?
Sorry. I was down in the lobby. I didn't hear properly. On the iPhone or a phablet.
Okay.
Yeah. So you should be able to come in from your tablet. That should work.
Well, it's certainly working all right on my tablet.
Good.
Well, it sure is.
Right, now you see, I didn't get a chance to talk about cricket because Kevin was talking about Belive TV. So now's the time for the... It's okay, there's nothing to report. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we're officially in summer now. So John's made his holiday plans because he's already on holiday. Have you got anything planned, Stephen?
Not at the moment, no.
All right. Well, we're off to Germany back end of August. So I propose we discuss it later that we don't broadcast every week in August. And I'm sure you'd be glad to know this weekend is the twinning weekend in Devizes, and we have people visiting us from Mayenne in France and from Blabbing in Germany, and there'll be about 150, 200 people in total. And over the course of 4 days, or 3.5 days, they will learn all about Devizes. And on Saturday night, you'll be delighted to learn there's a Regency dance. Now, normally we have a barn dance, and that's a hoot because there's a guy there who teaches everybody how to barn dance, and great fun is had by all. Lots of Wadworth ale is consumed, and everybody lets their hair down. This year, though, it's a Regency dance because we're celebrating 50 years, and there will be Regency dancers in costume who will be in the town square on Saturday and at the event on Saturday night. So it promises to be entertaining, if nothing else. And on Saturday lunchtime, I have a speech to give as chairman, and I've had it translated into French, and Angelica's translated it into German. And so I'll give the speech in 3 languages. I've started practicing, and I love Google Translate for this because I pasted the French version into Google Translate and just pressed the speaker button, and it was all read back to me in perfect French.
French or English?
French. Well, sorry, I got a translation from somebody who translated it properly, not Google Translate.
Yeah.
I then went to Google Translate, pasted it in, pressed the Speak Now button, and it read it back to me in perfect French. So I now know, because my French is rusty, it has to be said. So I now know I can now do the speech in French, and Angelica gave me the German version yesterday, so I've got to practice that one too. And I'll do a paragraph in English, then in French, and in German, English, French, German, English, French, German, until I bored everybody. Yeah, and then we can have lunch.
All right. Well, you're keeping them from lunch with your multi-language ramblings, eh?
This is true. This is true. I mean, I get my turn, and then of course the chairman of the twinning committees in Mayenne and Blabbing get their turn. But I'm jostling you because we speak after lunch, not before lunch. Everybody gets to eat first. And we start speaking during the dessert. So people are enjoying the dessert and listening to us at the same time.
Sounds like
so I'd like to look forward to this weekend.
Are you going to be dancing as well?
Sorry?
You're dancing as well, are you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is everybody joins in dancing. You've no option. You're dragged up off your chair dancing. And everybody joins in, and nobody gives a fuss what you look like. It's just a brilliant night.
Are you going to live stream it?
No way, Jose. There'll be no live streams coming out. Not if I have anything to do with it, anyway. But it's all good fun. And the thing is that we've been twinning for 50 years. So there's a special unveiling on Saturday afternoon on the green, and there's a large common area in the centre of Devizes, which is totally green, and they've called it the green because it's all grass and it's green. And in the corner, 3 stones have been erected, one from Mayenne, one from Blabbing, and one from Devizes. And it's been an area, there's a bench which is dedicated to one of our first twinners, and the whole area will be opened up on Saturday with a sign which I wrote the English for in Angelica translated, and so that'll be a formal opening. And the local citizens have been guessing what these stones are all about, and people have said that they're actually moving Stonehenge, stone by stone, because there's nothing to say what it is. Another wag said they're building the stocks, so that if you let your dog foul on the green, you can be putting stocks. I don't know.
And who's going to be the first to mention Brexit?
I am.
In 3 languages.
In 3 languages, exactly so. I mean, we're not political at all. We're apolitical, and it's been going since 1951. So it predates the coal and steel community. So I've just said that after the vote last year, neither those who arranged the vote or 48% of the population expected the result that we got. I then go on to say that we're now with no idea what's going to happen in the next 2 years or beyond, and all we can hope for is a positive outcome. Now, the translation of that in French is we're sailing on open waters, and God knows what's going to happen.
We'll sink.
We don't know.
Who's driving the ship? Who's sailing? Who's the captain? Boris.
Oh, did you see the interview yesterday?
I heard it, yeah. He's absolute numpty. It was of Diane Abbott proportions, that interview. And I think we should play it as often as we possibly can.
I had to listen to all of it. But yeah. I don't mind. Listen to it once and then you'll never forget it.
Yeah.
It just shows that in normal circumstances, every politician is briefed fully before they go out. But this thing is moving so quickly that nobody's got a clue what's going on.
Yeah, but it was nice. Who was the interviewer?
Radio 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on the 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Eddie Mayer.
Yeah.
And he was sort of, he takes the piece so brilliantly normally with his interview ease, but he just softly asked, he's got a softly spoken voice, and he just said, Mrs. May talked about some burning issues 5 months ago. What has the Green speech done about those burning issues? And Boris was screwed.
He was.
Because he was being referred back to something in the past which he wouldn't have been briefed on. It was just, and it just showed the complete and utter lack of knowledge, that he has about what the hell position he's in. Nobody knows these days. I mean, Corbyn is still going to be the Prime Minister by September. It's a possibility, nobody knows. It's such a...
We had a Lib Dem garden party last weekend, to which we're invited.
My God, a Lib Dem garden party.
Oh, yes.
I haven't been to one of them since Live Aid. Yeah.
It was a very good... It was a beautiful affair. All canopies and croissants and cakes and wine and pims and excellent. And the candidate was there, and the chairman of the party was there, and he made an excellent speech, thanking everybody who had taken part in it and saying that vote was up, but at the moment we're just building, and we're going to continue to do that with a long way to go. But the MP, the candidate, was there, and as I left, I sort of thanked him and wished him every success in what he did, and said, "I'll see you again in October." And he was shocked. I mean, obviously, it's what everybody's thinking, but nobody's allowed to say it.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's this utter lack of information, this vacuum of policy. There's going to, events change everything, don't they, dear boy, in politics and that. Something's going to happen soon, which will just throw another spanner into the works of government. And Corbyn will get in for a while, but then he'll be kicked out, and then we'll have another election. And he'll probably come back stronger because he's ahead in the polls now.
Yeah, he is.
Polls. And if he can just keep the youngsters' vote, he'll be back probably. But Christ knows what will happen if he does that. Because it's just, I don't think I've never lived through times like this in the political situation being so unclear. It's just,
it's so volatile, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't think that George Osborne and David Cameron were too chuffed to have won right after the banking scandal, the crash, because they often would love to be in power when everything's quite rosy.
Oh yeah,
they have to get in bed with the Liberals, and then for some reason Cameron decided to do the referendum thing. He lost that. She decided for some lunacy reason to go to the country. But she can't have wanted to be Prime Minister with the Brexit legacy around her neck. So how long are we going to be in this situation when it's so unclear that, when it's a nice time to be a Prime Minister?
Yeah. The first vote is next week, isn't it? When they've got to vote on the programme. And then Labour are going to put a counter programme up. And we don't know whether it's fake news or not. All the opposition parties are going to get together and defeat the government.
All right.
Hey, John, it's been wonderful because we've had Birdsong on Blabbing for Britain this morning, and it changes the atmosphere. It makes us calmer. We don't get upset at all these political things because we can listen to the birds.
Oh dear me. I'm for Boris for Prime Minister by Christmas.
Oh dear. Oh, you do have a sense of humour, John. Never let it be said that you don't.
I think that if Boris is up for leader, he will get a lot more support from the London area that went to Dobbin, the Labour bloke, Corbyn, sorry, not Dobbin, and we'll all be surprised. He's so popular in London.
But no, cut off it. I'm going to go into Peter mode. What? He's a busted. Remember what Gove did to him, and there was a TV programme on the Beeb about that.
Yeah.
But Boris is no, it ain't going to happen.
Boris is much more popular than you think, honestly.
Within which constituency?
In London, he is very, very popular for what he did when he was mayor.
That doesn't matter. Labour have stuffed the Tories in London, right? And the only constituency that can elect Boris PM, and by the way, people are talking about his seat being got rid of in the boundary changes.
Uh-huh.
It might be a moot point. He might not even have a seat to go for. But remember the Tories and Gove, especially, did for him in the, what would it be, the leader election when May got in. He's a busted flush.
We'll see.
We will.
We may all be surprised and be sitting here in 12 months with the same leader.
Sorry. You got me with that one, John.
I suppose.
I'm going to say that anything's possible, but I've on my own thing, it is highly unlikely. At least I hope it is. I hope it is.
I know I was late to the party, but are we going to have to pay for Belive very soon?
Not to be discussed on
here. We're going off air shortly. I shall explain all. Right, there is now. It's good that you know that there's now Belive is out of beta, and there are now paid versions of Belive. And there's a $15 a month version and $25 a month version. Both use TalkShow, which we're on today, and allow you to share photographs and allows you to share your screen and to interact with a live audience and a whole host of other things as well. You can set it up how you want it, your own color scheme, your own graphics, your own logo, your own border. I could have put a pretty purple border around us today, but I thought better of it. I thought we'd go with no border on Blabbing for Britain. I couldn't find one which was butch enough, to be honest. So it is a free trial. The link's in the comments down below. Do try it. You've got 14 days to try it out. If you like it, you can stay. If you don't like it, you can stay and can still do 2 shows a week, which I think is the, as Kevin said earlier, there should be a thank you. That is the thank you, I think, because I don't think they're letting new people do it. We'll see what happens. But thank you for the in, Stephen. Belive TV, free trial, and the link is below.
Did you mention the awards, streaming awards as well earlier?
Yes. Now, I would want your votes, strangely enough.
Healey, streaming awards.
Yeah, the link's up above. I've already put the link in the post. If you see the link, just click it and vote for Stephen and give him 3 points. Now, I just want to talk about the awards for a moment. I mean, I did not expect to be nominated, one. And second, I certainly didn't expect to be in the position I'm in. After 10 days of voting, I am still on the leaderboard, which is fantastic. I'm 10th. Right. So I do need votes. There are 10 on the board. I'm 10th. I need to get to at least 8th to feel good about this. I need to get to 7th to win a prize. Now, all these guys are professional broadcasters. None of them are British.
So you're the premier live streamer in Britain. Britain's premier. Britain's #1.
You could say that, Stephen. I couldn't possibly comment, but it's very kind of you. That I am the only Brit. I am only Brit in the awards, so I'm chuffed about that.
Thunderclap thing going.
Sorry?
Shouldn't we get a thunderclap thing going?
That's a good thing. What an idea. Now there's an idea. That's brilliant thinking. I still.
And you can let me know how I can promulgate it.
No.
I've got that game thing as well. You've got a game you two follow, which is about buying and selling influence.
Empire Cred.
Yeah, Empire. You ought to get cracking on that one as well. How long have we got to the vote?
I've done missions and we've got 7 days. I've done missions in Empire Cred. They've gone well, and so that's in hand. I'll do some more missions next week. But the thunderclap is a good idea if we can get it organised in time, because we've got to get people to sign up.
Is it Sarge TCS?
Yeah.
Sergeant TCS. He'll help you.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether you can do it for blagging votes. No, sorry, wrong word.
Research.
It's research.
Thunderclap assist people when it comes to blagging votes.
Yeah. Well, if it gets tight, my next step is to approach people who I've known for a while who've not voted yet. And thank you to both of you for your votes, and thank you to everybody who has voted. But the next week obviously is vital. To stay on the board would be brilliant, and if I do that, then my month is made. my quarter is made, and it's the start of something good.
Excellent.
Right, well, we've come up to the hour again.
Right. I mean, I was only here for half an hour, but
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed seeing John in his van. Is it your van, or you just rented?
No, it's only rented.
I just like it. I like it a lot.
Right, this has been Blabbing for Britain, episode 82. And Stephen, do you have a call to action for everybody?
Just try and keep warm.
It's darn cold today, isn't it? I've still got my shorts on, but it's colder than it was.
Yeah, we none of us know. I mean, luckily we don't need to see, but none of us know what's beneath our
True.
a screen, do they? We could be. Well, we won't go there. But you're right.
No, I won't go there. John, down in deepest Cornwall, enjoy the rest of your holiday. Do you have a message for our friends? And a close.
Vote for Stephen. Vote for Stephen. Vote for Stephen.
That one.
That's a brilliant close. To everybody who's watched us, thank you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you all next week. Take care. And Peter, best wishes from all of us. See you soon.
Right. Take care, mate. See you all.